Alright, yo, what's good? What's happening, people? We are back. It is Wednesday, and we are back at it trading once again. So, we are coming close to the first AM macro. Currently, price action is looking it's a bit neutral, I'd say, for my bias, since we've got this daily gap right here that we have tapped into the day before, and it looks like we're displacing from it, but then again, it's looking like we're kind of not. On the 4 hour, we have this big 4 hour imbalance right here that we have tapped into, and it looks like we're displacing lower, but then again, it's looking like we're not. So zoom down a bit further to the hourly. Now the hourly looks a bit more bearish if you ask me. We've got this big high time frame SMT, price is displaced lower and is currently floating within this 4 hour fair value gap, looking like we might be targeting these sell side lows right here. So overall bias, I'd say possibly lower. 15 minute, as you can see, we have buy side liquidity sell side liquidity, London session sell side liquidity has been swept. Unfortunately, I was hoping for that to be my target, as my overall, I was looking for price to come up and sweep these buy side liquidities, these London session highs, along with these just random highs right here. And from there, I was looking for my entry model. But till that happens, I am going to be neutral and wait to see what price action actually shows me. Since there isn't much, I think there isn't any for that matter, high time frame imbalances here beside this daily. There is this big no value gap, but that's technically been filled and closed already, so I won't really trust that. So yeah, I'm hoping for price to possibly come up and sweep these highs right here and give me a decent entry to the downside, possibly targeting this sell side or now these lows, something along the lines of that. So ES has not yet swept these London session lows. It has actually created a relative equal low, which in my eyes would be great, because that would mean it's a great draw on liquidity for us to target. Now, if price comes up to sweep these highs, then it will be perfect with every box ticked and with a strong draw on liquidity. So I'll catch you guys when the macro opens and when I see some sort of sell. So price did come up and sweep these highs and SMT'd them, which is perfectly in our favor. The only thing we don't have yet is a market structure shift, as this displacement was really nice. We also have an FVG right here, but like I said, no market structure shift. So still can't enter this trade until I get a market structure shift. And yeah, we'll see if it could possibly happen. If it could, then that would mean we would be risking around how much? I think that's gonna be like 400 to 500 bucks, something like that. Possibly target these lows here. The only thing I'm not too happy about is the fact that ES is really close to the sell side liquidity, which could mean that we're gonna have to take our stops off or take profits before it actually reaches there, since ES is gonna hit it first. So now we have had a market structure shift on ES, which is not ideal. I'd prefer to see a market structure shift here on Nasdaq too. If this candle could close here, that would be perfect. That would indeed be perfect. Now, I don't like the fact that this is here. I really don't like that fact. It doesn't look like the candle's going to close here either. It looks like it's going to pump up. So yeah, if we could get this market structure shift, that would be perfect, but it doesn't seem as though we will. Oh, we've got to wait till the next candle. So yeah, this isn't looking too good in our favor, I'm not gonna lie. Market structure shift for me means that the candle has to close below this low with a body. But then again, we have done that on ES, so I could theoretically put a limit sell of 1 right here. Hopefully we get this market structure shift anyway, just to give us some more confidence in this. But overall, I'm happy with this trade. It seems really nice. We've had buy side liquidity swept, big displacement, lower market structure shift. The only thing we're kind of lacking is an internal manipulation. So, yeah, we'll see. We won't be risking too much if we do end up getting tapped. I believe it will be around 400 bucks, something around. Ah, so we did get a market structure shift now. Is it gonna enter us in? Is the big question. I see. Yes, it's almost pretty much swept these lows now. So, or if it could create a triple equal low, then that would be perfect for us as well. That would indeed be perfect for us right there. It pretty much did. We've got this low, this perfect equal low, and then this almost equal low here. We do not have any fair value gaps here beside this one, so yeah, I do like this. I do really like this entry. Now it is just up to the markets to tap us in. Now there is a smaller FVG on ES that is lower, which I'm not too much of a fan of, since that could mean price is going to reject from here and not from here where it is on ES, I mean on Nasdaq. So a lot of possibilities here, a lot of possibilities. I would like these lows to stay intact and ES to potentially come up here to tap into this fair value gap. And since we also have this SMT at these highs, ES did not come anywhere near these buy side liquidities, so that SMT is in our favor as we are looking for sells, but it does not look like we're going to get tapped in here. It's just kind of floating about the market structure shift. And I really do think that if price comes to sweep these lows, it might reverse. So as soon as ES does tap these lows, I will be putting my stops to break even. So let's see. Yeah, it looks like we're just gonna dump away to take profit just without us. Damn, this sell side is messed up. Yeah, overall I do really like the way this looks, since we have sweep right there. We look like we have a market make a model to the downside. So yeah, all it would take is for price to come up and tap us in, and from there we would be chilling. But we will see. This may possibly tap us in. See, this fair value gap right here on ES is most likely what's holding us up. Since there is no fair value gap here on Nasdaq, I can't enter off that. I can only enter off the higher one, which I'm not mad about, because that means better risk to reward for me. But then again, there's a possibility where we won't get tapped at all, just like you see this candle hesitating right there. So I would really like price to come up, tap me in, but I think this candle is going to be, I mean this FVG is going to be pushing us lower, unfortunately. mean, I really like the draw. The draw on liquidity is great. This sell side is perfect. Although it has been swept on Nasdaq, on ES it's a perfect draw. It's like triple equal lows now. So extremely strong draw, but as we can see, price is just dumping without us. So I think as soon as ES does sweep this low, I'm going to remove this limit, as most likely we won't even get into it. Did just have a fair value gap there, but we did close it. Could have been another point of entry for us, but that would have been a risky one, I can't lie. Stops would have been just above this high if that fair value gap stayed open, but I guess not, as we have just closed it. I mean, ES seems to be pushing. See, ES really does seem to be pushing. But Nasdaq is now so far away from here that it's like 20 points away, 17 even. So yeah, ES is gonna tap it first, which once again means I don't think we're gonna get tapped in on that Nasdaq, which is unfortunate, but can't really complain for missing out a trade. It's just preserving capital at that point. We've therefore had a great market structure shift now. Just no retracement up to the FEG just yet. Yeah, ES seems to be pumping whilst Nasdaq seems to be dumping, so never like to see mad discorrelation of markets like this, since it's just less probable, you know. If the markets are flowing nicely together, then that's good. I like that. But when the markets are discorrelating as they are and have been lately, then probability of winning trades does go down quite significantly, I can't lie. Let's see if we could potentially get tapped in here or not. It really is hesitating around this fair value gap, although we have closed it now, so on the 5 minute we don't seem to have any reason to go. Yeah, it does look like we're just going to dump lower, I cannot lie to you. It seems like that is probably the most likely thing that's going to happen. So yeah, ES is coming real close to this fair value gap now. This one has now been closed. I'm gonna put a stop by right there, just in case we do get entered. I'm gonna go get me some food. I'll be back in 1 second. got myself fucking some chicken and noodles. Chicken and pasta even, what the fuck? Noodles. God damn. Yeah, looking like we're not gonna be getting any trades here, in this macro at least. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video right here. If we do potentially get an entry, or do get entered, I will hit record. I'll see you guys in a sec. So price is currently coming real close to our entry right here, and this south side liquidity is still intact, so I am going to take this if this enters me in. Oh. Jeez. Excuse me. Jesus. Yeah, ES is yet to tap this fair value gap, so is Nasdaq. It looks like they're going to tap around at the same time, which is what you want to see. It means the markets are now correlating somewhat. It would be nice if it did actually tap though. Floating very close around it. And we're nearing the end of the macro as well, so if we don't get tapped in the next 6 minutes, which I think we should, then we're gonna have to exit these limits. And we're still yet to get tapped. Damn. Yeah, I'll just hit record when we're in the trade, guys. I'll see you in a sec. So we have just created another fair value gap here, which means we should technically take it off that fair value gap now. But once again, it didn't tap in, so we're waiting. We have literally 4 minutes, 3 minutes until the macro finishes, and we have yet to get tapped in. Excuse me. The setup, I do really like the setup. I'm really confident that we're going to hit the lows. What I'm not too confident about is getting entered in. There is technically a sliver of a fair value gap there that we could use for an entry. I would prefer if it would come up to here though, because my risk to reward at least will be somewhat decent. So yeah, I'm gonna wait. I know I should technically enter off of this fair value gap here, but looking at the risk to reward, I would much prefer if it came up that little bit more to tap into the second fair value gap. So it would have been in originally. Let's see if we can get a tap into the second FVG. Or is it gonna just hesitate? Oh. Come on, you're so close.
Order filled.
So we are in this trade right here, risking 315 bucks to make around 660. So we'll see how this plays out. I do like the way this looks, since there is a bunch of sell side liquidity on ES for us to take, and very nice displacement FVG here as well. So yeah, more than confident to take this. I would have liked if we would have gotten entered here, but by the looks of price, it doesn't look like we're gonna get anytime soon, especially not within the macro. So I decided to enter off of this fair value gap here, and hopefully it works out for us, since there is a bunch, and I'm talking a bunch of sell side liquidity right here. There's like 2 equal lows, a triple equal low even, and a bunch of low resistance here as well. Shut up about this low battery. A bunch of low resistance along with it, so I don't see as to why it shouldn't come at least to these lows here. Let's see. There is this little tiny sliver of a fair value gap here, which seems to be holding us up, which is kind of crazy since it barely exists. And it is actually pushing price up, which is nuts. I was hoping for it to just displace lower, so we could just chill, get a break of structure, and then trail stops up. Let's see what we can do here. So I'm happy with the risk, I'm happy with the sell. We've had internal buy side, well not internal, we've had internal liquidity sweep as well, but these highs here swept, which are pretty much not really important highs, but highs nonetheless. Big displacement lower, inverse fair value gaps, and a bunch of sell side liquidity for us to sweep. So ES has now tapped into this original fair value gap here, which does not give me the most confidence, I can't lie. It means it's a huge SMT, which though technically that is in our favor, so hopefully the SMT pulls true and goes to sweep these lows. It does seem like this fair value gap is holding for us right now, but ES is now in this fair value gap as well, so also seems to be holding. I would ideally like to see some sort of displacement lower here, because if not, means we're probably going to get swept, boys. It does kind of seem like ES is drawing to the highs now. Looking at this little curve on the 1 minute, got a little 1 minute market maker model to the upside, but looking at Nasdaq on the 5 minute, we do have a beautiful 5 minute curve to the downside. So let's see what this market actually wants to do. I'm confident in these lows. I do really think price is going to come down to these lows and hit them. I don't see why it shouldn't. There's so much resting liquidity there that it almost seems dumb that it wouldn't, especially with these relative equal lows and them being London session lows as well. It makes it even more higher probability and an even better draw on liquidity. So we shall see. Price is kind of hesitating around that entry right here. Kinda diddy daddling, I cannot lie. I would like to see just a displacement lower, some sort of break of structure possibly, but that's all up to the market. It seems like it really wants to dump. I know the price is really hesitating in this fair value, which means it's building some liquidity. I'd like to see some sort of decent displacement out of here. I think if these lows here get broken, I will trail my stops up to this high right here. And that's only if them lows get broken and closed below. Damn, that inverse was kind of mad. Damn. That doesn't seem too promising to me. Yeah, it's looking like we're gonna get stopped out here, boys. I can't lie. Great setup, great trade. Unfortunately, didn't work out for us this time. So yeah, we'll see if it takes us out here. It's most likely going to. It's really close to.
Order filled.
There we go. So we are down $330 for the day. that is the first trade we took. We are currently out of the macro, waiting for the second macro to open, potentially to get us another entry in the second macro to potentially make back this loss that we just took. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the second macro. So we are in the second macro, and it's looking like we could have another possible sell entry. I'm really confident with these lows, man. I want to see these lows get hit, and this displacement right here looks really clean, just about to get market structure shift. If it could close below here, would be great. So I'm gonna take this. If it does close this fair value gap, hopefully, never mind. Never mind. No trade there, boys. That is, what the bloody flip is that? Why is it just pumped like that out of nowhere? That is crazy. Okay, so I guess no entry there. It's looking like it's just gonna keep pumping. What the fuck? So yeah, I'm gonna leave that there, and I will hit record if I do see another entry. So it looks like we might have another possibility here to potentially take a shot. We have now hit 50% of this big ass range on the 4 hour. This will be my last trade, I think, for the day. So let's see if we can leave this fair value gap open. It seems like a really nice fair value gap. Big displacement, market structure shift. We swept buy side. We've tapped 50%. A lot going for this trade, I can't lie, there's a lot going for it. I like it a lot. The risks don't seem too huge as well compared to the take profit, so the potential is strong. The potential is indeed strong. Let's see if we can get tapped in here or not. Or is it just gonna carry on dumping without us just like the last one? It seems like that's the case. Yo. Damn. It's not what you want to see. Well, it is, but after you've gotten entered. Yes, it's dumping. Nasdaq is dumping. We're about to open another fair value gap, which means I'm going to have to most likely enter from that one, which I'm not too happy about, since my risk is now going to be increased and my take profit is going to be decreased. So yeah, let's see. How was that not a flipping entry? That's crazy. It tapped it but didn't tap us in. Wow. Are you gonna push up a bit further, mate? That's why you put it exactly at the entry of the fair value gap, because it comes in, sometimes taps
Order
it, sometimes
filled.
don't. There we go, we have tapped in. I want to risk another 330 bucks on this one. If this is a loss, it's gonna be a big one for the day. Probably our biggest loss on the day yet. So, and that flipping candle does not give me the slightest bit of confidence, I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping for a tap and then a drop, but doesn't seem like that's the case, does it? Now there's also this 15-minute fair value gap, which is definitely not in our favor, and it's also there on ES, which is I really don't like that. I really want to hold to these lows. I really do, because I'm so confident, and I really do think these lows are going to get hit. I really, really do. I know it seems a bit crazy, but you got relative equal lows here. I know there's a 15-minute fair value gap there, but There's one, a big one on ES as well. Let me get this breaker structure so I can reduce my risk. Just about to. It's just about to do it, but it didn't want to. I'm gonna reduce it anyway. Just because I'm not too confident in. I'll put it to 200. Man, give me that break. Come on. ES has done it. Oh, you just need to do it. Come on. I know you wanna. Yes, it's dropping hard. Come on. Nasdaq, keep up. Keep up, brother. Come on, take that low. Do it. Yeah, that's close enough for me. Trading stops up. 90 bucks. Let's see what can happen here. I think ES is probably going to be the first one to hit these lows. If it even reaches them lows, that is. I'm probably going to get hit, put my stops to break even as soon as this gets hit. It's 15-minute bullish. I'm loving the dump, but I'm not loving the retracement here. I'd like for it to continue lower, just like ES is doing. I'm really worried about this 15-minute FVG, man. I don't like it. Don't like it one bit. Seem good at all. We have reduced risk significantly now. We're only risking 90 bucks, so even if we do take the loss, I'm not too fussed about it. I would like that 1,000 bucks though, I can't lie. That'd bring me up on the day by quite some bit, by 600 bucks, 700 even. And trust me, I need that. I need that. It is most likely ES is going to hit these lows first. That's these lows here, so I'm gonna mark them out. We'll see, we will see. We could just technically take some profits here, but we can't because we're only in one lot. Which is, what can you do? Not much. We could take profit at that 15-minute, which would bring us break even on the day. But I'd like a bit more than break even on the day, you know. I'd like to see a breaker structure lower now so I could throw stops into profit. Right here. Beautiful. I really want to do it. I really want to do it. Because that 15-minute, I'm almost convinced it's going to turn us around. But then again, I want to have the potential to make some money. So I'll put it against, at the top of this. And yeah, we would have been stopped out, and we're most likely going to get stopped out anyway. You know what? F it. I'm going to put it at break even. I'm going to put it at break even, so we still have the potential to go lower. It's a risk-free trade now. Whatever happens, happens. Hopefully it goes in our favor without taking us out. But it doesn't seem to be the case since it's hesitating so heavily right now. Take profit 1 would have been technically hit by now, since we have tapped into this 15. I need this 15 to just get closed, man. It would be perfect if this 15 minute just get rammed through. That would be so great. Yes, it's really dropped hard. Way more than Nasdaq, because Nasdaq is still floating up here relative to ES. If it was in ES, we'd be down here somewhere already, so we'd be up a lot, but then again we wouldn't have enough entry, so yeah, something for something, right? Man, come on, just dump it. Dump it lower, get through this 15 minute. Let me see a big white Drake candle to the lows. Crazy doji candles on ES. 3 of them in a row. Maybe even 4 if it closes like that. Pretty much 4. That means price doesn't know what it wants to do. Apparently, according to the candle patterns or whatever the flip you wanna call it. Come on, let me see a breaker structure lower so I can throw these bloody stops up into profit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just like that. Keep it going. Keep it going and close like that for me. So I am going to drill into profit now. 160 bucks. Could just take the 350 and would be technically up on the day, but I want to have the potential to make more, which it doesn't look like it's going to happen since we've just pumped right back up. Unlucky. But yeah, this time I am leaving the stops here since we did get that break. Man, I need this 15 minutes to just get invalidated ASAP. Keep going. Keep going lower, my friend. Yep, like that. I think I'm gonna close as soon as that candle hits on ES. She didn't do yet. I need that displacement, come on. Don't do me like that. Yeah, ES hit it.
Order filled.
I took it out because ES has hit them lows that I am targeting right now. We are up on the day, 230 bucks. Not ideal, can't lie. ES, I mean, it's probably gonna hit these lows anyway, looking at how it's moving, but I'm not trying to take the risk of it flying back up and me being an L for the day. So overall, 230 bucks on the day in profit, which I'm very happy with. Profit is profit. 230 bucks is 230 bucks. We took 1 loss, 1 win, and we're up. So very happy, very good, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.